The Wright Brothers, written and illustrated by Andrew Toffoli. Wilboar Wright, a skillful swine, was born in Millville, Indiana in 1867. His brother, Boarville Wright, a clever swine, was born in Dayton, Ohio in 1871. Together, the brothers enjoyed building and inventing new things. Wilboar and Boarville instantly became fascinated with airplanes after their father gave them a flying toy. This toy sparked their interest to build a machine that could fly. Wilboar and Boarville started to read everything on aviation. They also studied birds and noticed how their wings tilted at the end as they flew. This was called wing warping. This inspired the brothers to build and fly a model kite that had warped wings. With these warped wings, they were able to steer the kite up and down and left and right. The wings worked. The next step was to build a glider that could hold a person. To do this, Boarville and Wilboar realized they needed to find a location that had strong winds and plenty of space. With its sand dunes and high winds, Kitty Hawk, North Carolina was the perfect place for this. So Wilboar and Boarville arrived in Kitty Hawk, but were not greeted by an enthusiastic crowd. The townspeople shouted, "A boar will never fly in the sky like a bird, and to build a flying machine to do so is absurd." Undeterred, Wilboar and Boarville continued to test their glider. And tested it. And tested it over 100 times. Until they got the steering just right. And now they could put a pilot on the next flight. So Wilbur anxiously stepped into the glider. And with a running leap off a dune, the glider flew, but only a few feet. Afterward, they studied their flight to make the glider fly right. By adding a stabilizer, rudder, and engine, their path to history would begin. Confident and ready with their improved airplane, the brothers returned to Kitty Hawk. With a turn, the engines came to life, and the airplane was ready for takeoff. Wilbur climbed in, took the controls, and accelerated down the dune. And with enough lift, their plane flew in the air. Wilboar and Boarville had done it. The airplane flew above the dunes to the astonishment of the onlookers. Even though it was a 12-second flight, a patent was awarded to the Wrights. The United States Army wanted to try this new machine that flew in the sky. They found they needed more, so a factory was created to make planes galore. The age of air travel had begun, from transporting cargo and people for business or for fun. The airplane changed the world. Before the Wright brothers, the idea of flying was illogical. But thanks to their imagination and perseverance, it is now possible.